The process of separation of the constituents of petrol is known as refining. It is carried out in the petroleum refinery. So it is a very important process that is taking place in the petroleum refinery. Now we learn the uses of the constituents of petrol. We had already discussed about that. The LPG or the liquefied petroleum gas that is used as a fuel in our homes and many other constituents we have already learned in our previous session. So with that, we come to the next topic, that is natural gas. Children, natural gas, all of you are aware. Why do we use natural gas? Because it is easy to transport through pipes. It is a very important fossil fuel. It is stored under high pressure. That is why it is called CNG or compressed natural gas. It is also used for power generation. It is a very clear fuel. That means it makes very less pollution. So now that is why it is being used as a fuel for light and heavy motor vehicles. And CNG can also be portable. It is easily carried forward. Natural gas is also used as a starting material for making a lot of chemicals, fertilizers and manures. So let us learn some useful tips to save petrol or diesel. Because I told you they are all exhaustible resources. Time will come when they will get depleted. So we have to take some measures to save petrol or diesel so that it will be carried forward for our future generations also. What are the tips? Who has suggested these tips? These tips are provided by the Petroleum Conservation Research Association, PCRA, to save petrol or diesel while driving. What are the tips that we can use to save petrol or diesel? You know that we have to see that our vehicles are always well maintained, because if they are not well maintained, definitely the wastage of petrol or diesel is more. We have to see that their emission power or their combustion is also very much proper. And when we are waiting at the traffic signals or any other places, when we want to do some works, we should ensure that they are all put off. In other words, these are the different ways by which we can definitely conserve our fuel or diesel. Now let us summarize what we have learned so far, children. So through these modules, you have learned that natural resources can be classified into inexhaustible resources and exhaustible resources. We have also learned that some of them are getting depleted. In nature, inexhaustible resources are present in unlimited quantity and they are not likely to be exhausted by any human activity. The examples of them are sunlight and air. These are the examples of inexhaustible natural resources. What are exhaustible natural resources then? The exhaustible resources are limited and they can be exhausted by human activities like forests, wildlife, coal, natural gas, petroleum, minerals are the examples of these resources, and unless we take care of them, they will all get depleted. So it is our duty to see that they are being preserved in the proper amount. Then we learned about the fossil fuels. What are the commonest form of fossil fuels we learned? We learned about the coal, petroleum and natural gas. And what resources are they? They are exhaustible resources. We learned about coal. What is coal? What is the structure of the coal? Coal, coke, coal tar and coal gas are the byproducts of coal we learned. But each of them has got their own uses. Petroleum gas, petrol, diesel, kerosene, paraffin wax, etc. are obtained by refining the petroleum as byproducts. Each of them play a very important role in our lives and we always have to take care to conserve them. And we should use coal, petroleum and CNG, that is compressed natural gas, in a judicious manner. We have to conserve our environment, then only the environment can be passed on to our next generations. So I hope you have understood this topic or this chapter thoroughly. Please go through the modules once again and try to learn the lesson. Thank you, children. Be safe, be good.